Imagine replacing your massive TV with something that can throw a cinematic 4K image over 150 inches on your wall, while sitting just inches away from it. That's exactly what this thing is trying to do. This is the NexiGo Aurora Pro MKII, and honestly, this might be one of the craziest ultra-short throw projectors I've tested in this category. Right out of the box, the first thing you notice is the design. It looks premium, clean, and futuristic without trying too hard. Matte finish, minimal branding, and it actually blends into a modern setup instead of screaming, gaming projector from across the room. But obviously, looks are not why people are looking at this projector. The real story is what happens when you turn on. And wow, this thing is using a tricolor laser system, which means colors look ridiculously vibrant. Reds pop, blues are deep, and HDR content actually feels cinematic instead of washed out. Watching Dolby Vision content on this feels closer to a high-end OLED TV than most projectors I've seen. That's rare. Now, brightness matters a lot for projectors because nobody wants to sit in a completely dark cave just to enjoy a movie. The Aurora Pro MKI handles ambient light surprisingly well. Pair this with a good ALR screen, and you can comfortably use it during daytime viewing. Nighttime, though, that's where it becomes insane. Black levels get incredibly deep thanks to the 30,000 to 1 contrast ratio, combined with dynamic iris and laser dimming technology. Dark scenes in movies finally have actual detail, instead of turning into gray soup. And the throw ratio here is honestly one of the biggest flexes, at 0.21:1. This projector can sit extremely close to the wall while still producing a gigantic image. So even if your room isn't massive, you can still get that huge home theater experience without rearranging your entire setup. Gaming on this was also surprisingly good. Usually projectors are terrible when it comes to latency, but NexiGo clearly knew gamers were paying attention. Input lag goes as low as around 4.2 milliseconds depending on settings, and that makes fast-paced gaming actually playable, whether it's racing games, shooters, or sports titles. It feels responsive enough that you stop thinking about the projector and just enjoy the game. And yes, it supports 3D too, which honestly feels like a forgotten feature in 2026. But if you still have a 3D movie collection, this thing supports it and the experience is genuinely immersive on a giant screen. Audio is another area where most projectors completely fall apart. But this one supports Dolby Atmos, and while I'd still recommend a dedicated soundbar or surround system for full experience, the built-in audio is surprisingly decent. Dialogue sounds clear, bass has some presence, and for casual viewing it's actually usable. Now, let's talk about the real competitor here. This projector isn't competing with cheap projectors from random brands online. This is competing directly with premium home theater setups and giant flagship TVs. And honestly, when you compare price versus screen size, it starts making a lot of sense. A giant 120-inch TV still costs an absurd amount of money, while this gives you an even bigger cinematic experience with flexibility that TVs just can't match. The image sharpness is excellent too. Native 4K content looks detailed, crisp, and clean. Streaming movies, YouTube videos, and even sports content look fantastic. Motion handling is solid, and once you dial in the settings correctly, the overall experience feels extremely polished. One thing I really appreciate is how fast modern projectors have become. Gone are the days of waiting forever for startup. This powers on quickly, gets bright fast, and the interface feels responsive. It feels like a premium entertainment device instead of old-school projector tech. For movie lovers, this thing is honestly dangerous because once you experience your favorite films on a massive screen at home, regular TVs start feeling tiny. Watching action movies, sci-fi content, sports events, or even concerts becomes an entirely different experience. It feels immersive in a way smaller displays simply can't replicate. Now, of course, no projector is perfect. To get the absolute best image quality, you still want proper room setup and ideally an ALR screen. That combination unlocks the full potential of this projector. But even without going all in on a dedicated theater room, the Aurora Pro MKI still delivers a seriously impressive experience. And honestly, This might be one of the strongest all-around ultra-short throw projectors available right now because it balances image quality, gaming performance, cinematic features, and usability extremely well. It feels like a projector built for people who want everything in one package. If you're someone building a dream home theater setup, upgrading from an older projector, or even replacing a traditional TV setup entirely, this deserves serious attention. Hi guys! If you want to buy this NexiGo Aurora Pro MKII 4K tricolor laser UST projector, then please visit the link provided in the description. Now the real question is this: would you replace your TV with a projector like this, or are TVs still the safer option for you? Because honestly, after spending time with setups like this, gigantic cinematic screens at home start making way too much sense.